Good cars build reputations. The Swift from Maruti Suzuki, it was fun to drive and easy on the wallet. The City for Honda, that strong VTEC engine made Honda a household name in India. But above all stood the Innova. The Innova was known for its reliability, and that made Toyota what it is today in India. Now Maruti Suzuki aims to bank on that reputation and take it to every corner of the country. This is the Maruti Suzuki Invicto, Maruti's most premium offering yet, but it's also aggressively priced. Is there more to it though than just a badge engineered Toyota? That's what we're here to find out. But before that, like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified. Maruti Suzuki has been nailing the design of the cars it shares with Toyota. The Grand Vitara, for instance, it's a smarter looking SUV than the Hyryder, at least according to me. This Invicto, well, I think this also looks smarter than the HyCross. Few key details: that the LED lights in the headlamps, these are Suzuki designs clearly shown on the Invicto. You get it on the front and on the back. The wheels though, they're smaller. They're 17-inch wheels instead of the 18s that the HyCross has. The HyCross, it felt under-tired. This car, it feels even more. On the side, well, big slab-sided design, lots of space. It shows how big this car is. And moving towards the back, you see a bit of chrome garnish on the back, and the tail lamp, again, those 3 LED spots that you see in front, same design for the Suzuki at the back. Now moving towards the rear, you see the Invicto badge and the hybrid badge. You only get the hybrid versions of the HyCross in the Suzuki. Besides that, well, there's nothing else that is new on this car that you need to know from the outside. That big looming question, is it just a badge engineered Toyota? Well, it is, and there is no hiding that fact. You can very clearly see the Toyota styling all across it. There is of course the Maruti grille and the smaller tires. I don't know why Maruti went with smaller tires. Well, actually I know, because Maruti is so obsessed with fuel efficiency. The smaller tires, the 17-inch wheels, they are probably going to give you better efficiency in the real world. They claim a 23.24 kilometers per liter fuel efficiency on the Invicto, but in the real world, compared to the HyCross, it may marginally be a little more. Besides that, well, Maruti has got some time to see how the HyCross is doing, and so there is only the hybrid variants in the Invicto. You get 2 variants that you can choose from. It's actually 3. Out of that, 2 are the same spec, but you get the 7-seater or the 8-seater. And then there's the top spec Alpha variant that gets only the 7-seater with the captain seats in the middle row. You get ventilated front seats. I wish the middle row also got ventilated seats, because that's where the passengers who own the car are most likely going to be sitting. The driver's seat will most likely be driven by the driver, so that feature maybe should have gone to the middle row. But besides that, Maruti has taken a trimmer to the features list of the HyCross to price it well. The base variant, it costs about 25,000 less than the HyCross, and the top spec variant costs 1.5 lakh less than the HyCross. The big change in the top spec variant is that it doesn't get ADAS. No Maruti Suzuki car gets ADAS, and probably that's the reason why ADAS was not offered in the Invicto. And there's of course time for ADAS to become a common feature across all cars in this segment, but it's going to be a very key feature when expressways across the country open up. There are quite a few coming up, and they're coming at breakneck speeds, so you are going to need ADAS. Probably in the coming months, Maruti may launch a variant if that's what the customer demands. But the key here is the pricing that Maruti is trying to get with the Invicto. They have cut the HyCross pricing by a considerable margin, and so it's going to be very interesting to see if people go for the brand value of the Toyota or go for the more affordable Maruti Suzuki over here. Powering the Invicto is the same hybrid powertrain that you get in the HyCross. It makes 184 bhp torque from the petrol and the electric motor, 0 to 100 in 9.5 seconds, and it's a fairly brisk car for a car of this size and weight. You can make quick time on the highway, but that's not how you drive the Innova, the Invicto. You go in an unhurried way. It has nice supple suspension. It's a huge vehicle, so body roll is there, but it isn't unnerving. You get good control with this car. The torsional rigidity is excellent on the Invicto. It is though for munching miles on the highway. In terms of comfort, you get ventilated seats in the front row, you get reclined captain seats in the middle row, and the third row is a proper bench for 3 people. So yes, you can travel 7 in comfort. Got a large boot even with the third row up, and then you fold it and you can move houses in this car. The biggest thing though is the refinement levels, and that of course you know from the HyCross. The refinement levels of the Invicto are top quality because of the petrol hybrid motor. You remember the days when the Innova had that loud diesel engine. It needed so much damping just to keep the sound out. With this, very comfortable, no noise at all. Only when you step on the gas it sounds a bit strained, but otherwise it's quiet and relaxing. Comfort in the Invicto was always there because it comes from the HyCross, but the refinement levels, wow, they are impressive. And gone are those days where you had that loud diesel engine really seeping into the cabin when you stepped on the gas. And it's a powerful car, so you can do long distance road trips with ease. You can do 10, 12 hours, 14 hours in this car and you will be relaxed. On the inside you see the interior is a single black dark color. It's not the dual tone that you get in the HyCross. Then there's this satin finish that you get over here, and a bit on the door handles and a little bit around the AC vents. But then there's also the brushed aluminium finishes that sort of are a mismatch in this whole setup. Overall, the cabin does feel premium, but I lean towards the interior of the HyCross. That feels slightly better. Between the Invicto variants, the smaller screen is an 8.1 inch screen. This top end variant gets the larger screen. It gets the panoramic sunroof, a powered tailgate, leatherette seats. These are the features that you get in the top spec variant of the Invicto. While the Toyota brand is getting a little diluted by giving the most important car they've ever had in India to Maruti Suzuki. The Innova nameplate is huge for Toyota, and having a Maruti version of the Innova, that does dilute the brand a bit. But for Maruti Suzuki, it helps them go upmarket. A 28.5 lakh Maruti Suzuki, when was the last time you ever heard of that? Never. Now compared to the Arena range of cars, the Nexa range is expanding, and it is going to help Maruti Suzuki get better margins, reach a more upmarket audience, and then offer cars that they develop that can be entered into the Nexa range of cars. So Maruti Suzuki really benefits a lot more out of this partnership than Toyota does right now. It's a no-brainer that the Invicto will work. A bit of healthy competition in the Suzuki-Toyota bromance, but the cash registers, they will ring. My issue isn't as much with the car though, it is with the open comeback of badge engineering. And now we've seen pictures of a Toyota version of the Ertiga float the internet. Well, where does this end? Is Toyota also eyeing maybe a Jimny? Is there a Suzuki Land Cruiser in the future? That's the problem here. The dilution of the brand that Toyota has built over decades And now the Invicto, well, it is a good car. It is built on the HyCross, but it does dilute that brand. Does that matter to you? Or a cheaper version of the HyCross is good for everyone? Do let us know in the comments.